mind control technology.
It was a political scandal that changed our country forever.
Conspiracy theories. They're wild, unbelievable, and often dismissed as crazy, until they turn out to be true, from secret government programs to shocking scandals. Today, we're diving into 10 conspiracy theories that were once brushed off as fiction, but were later proven to be terrifyingly real. Buckle up, this is a ride you won't forget. 1. MK-Ultra, the CIA's mind control experiments. Imagine this, a government secretly giving people LSD without their knowledge, trying to control their minds. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But it was real. In the 1950s and 60s, the CIA launched MK-Ultra, a top-secret program experimenting with drugs, hypnosis, and psychological torture. Their goal? Create mind-controlled super spies. The program only came to light in the 1970s, when declassified documents revealed the shocking truth. 2. The Tuskegee Syphilis Study. For 40 years, African-American men in Alabama were told they were being treated for bad blood. In reality, the government was studying the effects of untreated syphilis. Even after a cure, penicillin, became available, this horrifying experiment, exposed in 1972, led to public outrage and major changes in ethical standards for medical research. 3. The Gulf of Tonkin Incident. In 1964, the U.S. claimed North Vietnamese forces attacked their ships in the Gulf of Tonkin, sparking the Vietnam War. Years later, declassified documents showed that the incident was either exaggerated or outright fabricated to justify military escalation. A phantom attack changed history. 4. Watergate Scandal. What started as a simple break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters turned into the scandal that brought down a U.S. president. Investigative journalists cover that Nixon's administration was involved in illegal surveillance, bribery, and a cover-up so elaborate it's still studied today. The takeaway? Even the most powerful aren't above the law. 5. COINTELPRO, the FBI's dirty secrets. From the 1950s to the 1970s, the FBI ran COINTELPRO, a program to disrupt civil rights leaders, anti-war activists, and even Martin Luther King Jr. Their tactics included wiretapping, spreading false rumors, and inciting violence. It sounds like a dystopian thriller, but it was all too real, exposed by leaked documents in the 1970s. 6. The Iran-Contra Affair. In the 1980s, whispers of shady deals between the U.S. and its enemies were brushed off as conspiracy theories until they were true. The Reagan administration secretly sold weapons to Iran, an enemy state, and used the money to fund Contra rebels in Nicaragua, violating U.S. laws. When the truth came out, it rocked the nation. 7. Big Tobacco's lies. For decades, tobacco companies insisted smoking was safe, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Internal documents revealed they knew about the link to cancer and nicotine addiction, but buried the truth to keep making billions. Lawsuits in hours. The 9Ms finally exposed their lies, and the industry never recovered. Chasing truth. 8. CIA coups, toppling governments in secret. Ever hear the saying, follow the money? In the 1950s, the CIA orchestrated coups in Iran, 1953, and Guatemala, 1954, to protect U.S. business interests. These theories were dismissed as propaganda until declassified files proved the CIA's involvement in regime changes that destabilized entire regions. 9. Operation Northwoods, false flag fantasies. In the early 60s, the U.S. military proposed staging fake attacks on Americans to justify invading Cuba. The plan, called Operation Northwoods, included blowing up ships, hijacking planes, and even faking casualties. Thankfully, it was never approved, but the mere fact it was considered shields to this day. 10. The Manhattan Project, the world's biggest secret. Imagine thousands of scientists, engineers, and workers building the most destructive weapon in history without anyone outside knowing. That was the Manhattan Project, the U.S. operation that developed the atomic bomb during World War II. Its secrecy was the subject so tight that even Vice President Truman didn't know about it until he became president. These weren't just wild theories whispered in the shadows. They were real. What other crazy conspiracies might still be waiting to be uncovered? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that prove truth really is stranger than fiction.